the embedding and the finish coat. Okay, you certainly got to sand it and maybe touch it up. But our tools, instead of doing it manually with a knife or a pan or a hawk or a trowel, we have machines that do a lot of that for you. Still need the painting, clean up in detail, things like that, which TapeTech makes all that product as well. But we're going to show you these products for the taping, the first step in the process, which is taping. This is called automatic tape, and we have a loading pump, and this is ready mixture compound. It's just going to compound and mix it up. We have a little bit of water, and this tool is called automatic tape. It applies the tape, the drug compound, the joint, and the angles at the same time. When we complete that step, we're going to go back with some paint tools that will set the tape and set the first coat on the tape as well, or embed the tape. Okay, so pretty neat, pretty fast. The system is very expensive. There's some improvement. So what we got here is the tape. Just got to feed it into the tool. To fill the tool, again, we have a loading pump and an adapter, and I'm just going to pump some mud into the tool. If you guys look down here, you'll see this little key terminal. And what that is, it's a cable inside this tool that has a plunger cup. So it's filling up inside of this tool. Okay? It goes about 80 feet when it's full. It's not terribly heavy, it weighs 18 pounds when it's full. We're not holding the weight, we're not curling this, we're not at the gym, we're rolling it up the wall. Pretty simple to use. So turn it on. See the material on the tape at the same time. And I'm going to tape it here like this. Right-handed, left-handed. You guys can pick whatever is easiest for you. Stop the tool. Pick the tape. Basically, it cuts it about 3 inches maybe from the top. Now move like this. Hand and a knife. Typically, a crew would do this. You have guys behind you. You can certainly do it by yourself. We go so far with it. Like, Texas gets a little more general. Normally not. You want to make sure it doesn't dry for you. Get the part in itself. You can do verticals. Again, this guy, me, I would keep going around the whole job. Get 2 guys, maybe one. Okay? Nice. Oh. Now, once it's done, and you do the whole process, you go back through and do your internal angles. Okay? We have a little creaser wheel here, and it's manipulated with this lever here at the bottom. The tape, all paper tape has a crease in it, so it's already pre-creased, but this kind of helps it crease it a little bit more, sets it into the angle. Okay? So I'm just going to start at this top angle. Just place it in the corner. And then you got nice taped in corners. Now what Anthony's doing now, he's got a corner roller. So again, this is the system. He'd be right behind me doing this. He's just going to set the tape in the corner. Set it first. Set this down here, turn on with it. And it pushes the material out that I applied with the automatic tape. So it's just setting it in the corner. Easiest tool we got to learn how to use. Anybody can master that tool. And I will say that while he's doing that, these handles do extend. So you can reach up quite high. Tab lock. Tab lock.
It's me.
Tab lock. So it's placed in there. Now the next tool we have is called a corner finisher. This is attached to a handle as well, but it's separate. And this is all this is going to do is embed or place that material that he just rolled out on top of the tape. So it'll set it in the tape and cover the tape on both sides at the same time. So Waylon knows, cover one side, you gotta do the other side. You can still do that if you want, but with this tool it covers both sides and one pass. Anyway, just put the tool in the corner. We're gonna walk along this corner. Okay. Now, there are going to be little spots where we'll have detail at the bottom and the corners, so that's minimal as opposed to wiping the whole thing out. Typically, my hands have to wipe everything out, right? So, He's going to detail the corners for an intersection at the bottom, because this will need another application, another coat. I was just talking to somebody a while ago, and they get a lot of texture out here in Texas. So they might not do this, but you're supposed to put another coat over top of this. You can put a lot of tape on in a day with this tool. Personally, I put 100 rolls of the smaller rolls on in one day, the 250-foot rolls. It was a commercial job. It was easy, not a house. Real fast. So again, you can see we've got the system where the tape, the joints are done, internals are done, and as a process, you're going to have about 3 times faster at least than doing it by hand. You do it by hand, you typically do a little bit at a time, space by space. This is the whole system where you go around, but the time is cut, it's 3 times faster. I know you're probably wondering about cleaning the tools, right? You're probably asking, how do you clean all these tools? Water with pressure works best. You can brush these off in a bucket. We have a portable wash system here. If you see this little tank here, it's a TapeTech portable wash system. It basically recirculates the water. You have a bucket that's on the bottom, and it recycles that water so you can rinse these off. So if we, just as an example, have this tool here. Oh, we lost power somehow. Oh, we're not plugged. Yeah, that's why. Why you lost power? That's why we lost power. So you can just rinse these things off real easy. Usually you just want to keep stuff from drying out. That's the main thing with these tools. Don't let them dry out. But you can see we kind of cleaned it up. I could go over it more, but it cleans pretty quickly with this wash system. Portable, folds up, carried job to job. Good system, works well. We're going to show more of the process throughout the day. And typically you wouldn't duplicate, you wouldn't run the next process immediately. You want your tape to dry, obviously. So we don't want to show it wrong. So we're going to be able to do another one. Anthony's going to be showing the boxes and the tools that would cover the tape. And then we're going to show at 3 o'clock, that's at 1. And at 3 o'clock, how to cover the corners again. We also have a tool covering the screws of the fasteners. Does anybody like sanding? Oh, no. Not these guys. So unless you really like sanding, these tools are great for sanding because it's a machine finish and it's less air. You know, we were in Chicago Airport and we were looking at the ceilings the other day. We can't help it. You okay? Yep. The ceilings were horrible, and they were done by hand. So there's a lot of stuff in there that was not machine done, and there was a little bit here, a little bit there, too much. So the finish is a lot better, a lot less sanding. Any questions? Sorry. You okay? Yeah. Surprise. Any questions? Michael's got a question, I know. Got to have a question. Did you like it? You guys like the system? You like it?
What's the call? Like, what do you look at? Like, for the gun, like, what do you
We do the training side of it, but the sales side, we can certainly quote it. You can buy it online, you can buy it from our dealer network, you can buy it at our AIM stores, for example. You can buy these it depends on price, but I would say for the taping, so you have the pump, you have the gooseneck adapter, you have the taper, you have a couple handles. Under $4,000 probably for this stuff. It can be less, it can be a little bit more, but I think it's a little bit less. And that's kind of like a market price. Now, some people sell it a little bit less. Yeah, I knew you had a question. Yeah, that's.
The taping, the juice taping set costs $3,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Can be about $45.
And you can buy pieces. You don't have to buy.
Yeah, you
You don't have to buy everything. Usually, you will use this pump for the next step. You just have another adapter that's used to fill up, say, the boxes. So you can just keep using the same one, so that it gets a little less as you go in. Like just have a couple parts on the next piece. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks so much.
guys.
Did you guys register for the